Houston is no stranger to the heat, but depending on what part of town you live in, you may be exposed to even more heat than your fellow Houstonians. So Adam's also joining me in on this interview as we speak with Dr. Stephanie Piper about the heat mapping campaign that is currently underway.
Yeah, and thanks for joining us. And obviously Houston is a giant place, so this would, I imagine, be a large undertaking for you guys to accurately, scientifically measure the heat street to street across Houston. So tell me about your campaign, the process, and how you went about doing this.
Yeah, well, first of all, thanks so much for having me to talk about this. It was the largest single-day heat mapping campaign in the U.S. history. We had that record in 2020. We reclaimed it this year. And so what we do is, over the course of one day, we have community scientists, volunteers, drive their cars along predetermined routes throughout Houston with a sensor mounted in their passenger side window, and that measures the heat and humidity every second as they drive. So we measure in the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening, so we get kind of the baseline temperature when it's at hopefully the coolest, as it gets really hot, and then we see kind of what that last effect looks like at the end of the heat day. And what that does is it tells us, you know, how hot it is in these neighborhoods, which neighborhoods have the highest heat, and which ones aren't getting relief in the morning or the evening with some of that cooling we expect.
And that leads in perfectly with my next question. Yes, you have all these numbers, all these temperatures, but what do we do with that information? What are these numbers going to go to besides making cool maps?
Yeah, so the map is number one. It just helps us see where the heat is, which is really helpful. But we're actually taking this a step further this year with this campaign, and it's leading directly to trees being planted as one form of heat mitigation. Now, there are other types of heat mitigation, like cool pavements, or, you know, like you said, dark colors are going to absorb heat, so those dark streets are where we get a lot of heat kind of maintained. But tree planting helps to shade the area, cool it down, as well as release water into the atmosphere and cool the system down. And so with the project that this heat mapping campaign is funded by, we're planting just over 50,000 trees in Houston and Harris County over the next 5 years. And so this will help us kind of first determine what places really need those trees, where that heat is a huge concern, and where we can kind of focus that mitigation so that communities who need the benefits are getting them more quickly.
Okay, and I'm also wondering, I'm trying to imagine this all coming together. You have all these volunteers, everything's coordinated. How did you get them on board? Or was there like an incentive? How did they sign up? How did that whole thing work?
So we did a lot of community outreach through partners that we already have at the Houston Advanced Research Center, but also through partners on the project. The entire idea, it was built together with an organizing committee that included the City of Houston, the Harris County Office of County Administration, Harris County Public Health. So we had a lot of partners that were able to do that outreach, but we're also lucky enough to get some generous funding from ExxonMobil to provide gas or HEB cards to volunteers for each route they drove. So each volunteer was able to get up to $75 if they drove all 3 routes in the day. So that definitely helped draw some people in, I'm sure.
Yeah, yeah.
So I was going to ask if they just voluntarily drove throughout Houston. So that was
well, some people did.
I'm like,
some people did as well opt out. Some people just like to go on a nice drive over the day. And, you know, in my experience, at least one of the volunteers at the hub I hosted is retired and has lived in Houston 30 years, but had never been out to Baytown, and said, you know, this is a fun new adventure, a place I've never driven.
Okay.
Are you expecting the results this year to differ from 2020, the last time you did the study?
That's one of the things we're really interested to see. So one of the main differences is this is about double the size of our 2020 campaign, so we'll get a much wider picture of heat. But we also do want to see what changed over the course of the last 4 years. Some of that we may see higher heat in areas, but we may also see some areas that, you know, Gulfton as an example, used some of that 2020 data to build resources to plant trees in the area. So we would like to see if maybe that lowered some heat in some cases. But we, you know, definitely expect to see still high heat across the city of Houston. And I think those differences between the years, particularly when we look at 2020, was still, you know, at the end of, not even the end, but in the middle of the pandemic. And so some of those differences I think will be really interesting to tease apart.
And I'm sure the results will be on your website whenever the whole mapping part is complete. And what is that people can go to?
Yeah, so the campaign itself is complete, but the data will be fully processed by October to November, and we expect to have data in a readable format for everyone on our website by the 1st of 2025.
Awesome. Well, y'all, go check it out. Some great information. Thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, thank you very much. Looking forward to that map and seeing how, you know, your tree planting, like you said, if that makes differences just in these little individual spots. So we're looking forward to that very much.
Perfect. Well, you're watching CW39 Houston. No wait, weather and traffic. We'll have more coming up after the break.